The possibility of a trade between the San Antonio Spurs and the Los Angeles Lakers, involving talented point guard DAngelo Russell, has generated considerable interest in the basketball world. Spurs' search for a traditional starting point guard and Russell's availability on the transfer market are factors that have fueled speculation about the viability of this transaction. As the season approaches, the San Antonio team is facing challenges in defining its rotation and game plan, which makes acquiring an experienced player like Russell an intriguing option. In this context, we will explore the possible scenarios and considerations surrounding this potential negotiation between the two NBA franchises. Would a trade between the San Antonio Spurs and the Los Angeles Lakers involving DAngelo Russell be viable? The Spurs may need a more conventional style starting point guard, and Russell could be available for trade from the Lakers. To date, the San Antonio Spurs have not found a definitive solution for the point guard position on their current roster. Jeremy Sochan hasn't demonstrated the ball control skills needed to take on that role, while Tre Jones, while an excellent playmaker, poses no offensive threat. The Spurs starting lineup will likely include Devin Vassell, Sochan, and Victor Wembanyama. That's for sure, but the question is where Jones, Zach Collins, and Keldon Johnson will play. Given the presence of so much young talent, Spurs have experimented with a more flexible style of play, where ball control duties are not centralized around a single player. However, with the start of the regular season approaching, it is likely that they will return to a more traditional basketball setup. DAngelo Russell emerges as a possible trade target for the Spurs. The 27-year-old former All-Star was named by Bleacher Report as the most likely piece to be traded by the Lakers, and his shooting and playmaking skills would fit well with the San Antonio team. It's worth noting that Russell recently signed a 2-year contract, making him eligible for trade starting December 15th. By that time, the Lakers will have a better understanding of their roster, with Austin Reeves and LeBron James likely playing key playmaking roles. The Lakers have several players susceptible to injuries, especially in the offensive sector, with names like Anthony Davis, Christian Wood, and Jared Vanderbilt. As long as LeBron James is on the team, the Lakers will remain in a win-now mode, and if they suffer from injuries, they could be willing to make a good deal involving Zach Collins. Collins has stood out in preseason, but could take a back seat behind Victor Wembanyama. If players like Charles Bassey or Dominic Barlow emerge as rotation pieces, the Spurs could consider trading Collins for Russell to bolster their offensive arsenal. Although Tre Jones is a more solid defender than Russell, the latter is notably superior offensively. Keeping Jones would allow Spurs to put together more versatile lineups, adapting to opponents and game situations, while Russell would provide a constant threat in attack.